you're on TRT, which is in your take natural. Okay, so 10 TRT would be your basic. What they always talk about is your 200 milligrams. Is that right?
Yeah, like 250.
How long have you been on TRT at this stage off your main cycle?
3 weeks.
What natty means? I guess people are saying now natty is also, if you're on TRT, that's natty.
Yeah. Can you see me now?
I can see your monstrous hands. Is that because of growth hormone?
Nope, no HGH here, brother.
TRT. Yeah. All right, kid, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Forget me, man. Forget me. I'm the old guy. You're the young whippersnapper that's kicking ass, doing things. How's the puppy?
Why don't you ask her for yourself? Look
at that little thing. I love it. I love it. Are we training? That's the real question.
Yes, we are, bro.
Okay.
You just let me know. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm going to come to Vegas to wreck Stan Efferden, and then I'll train with you.
Sounds like a plan. What are you thinking?
I think whatever you want to train, whatever your fans love. I mean, I know people don't like leg day to watch. I love leg day to train, but I know that the fans don't like it because most guys don't like training legs.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm down with whatever you. I'm down with whatever you want to hit, brother.
What's your body part? Do you think what's your body part?
What's my body part?
Yeah, what's your body part?
As far as what?
Society talks about.
Probably my lats.
Ooh.
My back.
Then yeah, I think we do a back workout.
Back, yeah. Chest, arms, shoulders. It's all fun.
I'll be there for a few days. Maybe we get a couple of things in, but I think it'd be cool to just kind of whatever your fans kind of talk to you about. And I think, just your overall size is something that's huge. So we should talk nutrition, and whatever else you want to talk about that has gotten your continuous size. Because I love the when you post your early shots as a teenager.
Well, no,
how big you were.
20s. I didn't start working out until I was 20.
You started late.
Yeah, late bloomer.
Why so late?
When I was in high school, I wasn't a jock or into working out. I was more of like a metalhead. I was like in a bunch of metal bands, and I was like a musician.
Right.
So, yeah, I wasn't like the high school jock like you. I was. I later on got into bodybuilding. It happened later.
And boy, did you! Jeez Louise, you're a monster of a human.
Yeah. Right now, Mike, you'd be proud of me. I'm in natty mode. So,
are you natty? What does that mean? Because I know that society now has changed what natty means. I guess people are saying now natty is also, if you're on TRT, that's natty.
Yeah, I'm on TRT. So, we got to do it, man. You got to take your breaks. It sucks, man, but you got to be healthy. So right now I'm on TRT mode, which I call.
Are you saying that if you're not on, so TRT mode is considered healthy to you? What is unhealthy to you?
Unhealthy, just like like a standard cycle in general.
Go further, because I don't think anybody knows what that what would be like the test level in that aspect. How high would that be on your blood scale?
Someone doing 500 tests, 750 tests, 1,000 tests. None of that's really super healthy. Because you're going obviously more than what you should be doing, in my opinion. So when I like doing TRT, because the last time I came completely off, I got sick. Hold
on. Well, you're going way too fast. You're bumping all over these. So you're on TRT, which is in your take natural, in a sense. I would assume that you're also saying that just because of the fact of if you stopped and you went natural completely, your test levels would drop down to zilch, and then you would be really sick. Is that correct? Is that somewhat?
Yeah. The last time I came completely off, man, I got sick. So I just stayed pretty much. Now when I come off, I just do TRT, and I feel fine. I still have my strength. I still eat right. I still stay on it. I just, we take our breaks, for health.
What happened? Go further into when you came off it, you got sick. What kind of things can you say? What kind of things did you feel?
Oh yeah, so yeah, the last time I came completely off was a while ago. I didn't want to train anymore. You know, my sex drive crashed.
The mental state of it.
I even lost my taste for a little bit, like for like a 3 or 4 days. I couldn't taste, and my body was just going out of control.
Wow. How long did you go off, and then these symptoms start happening, and then you kind of go, wait a minute, what's going on here? How was it? A month period? Was it 3 months, 6 months, a year?
I mean, it was so long ago. The last time I came completely off, I want to say like 2015. So I don't even remember, to be honest with you, man. But like when I come off and do TRT, like right now, you know, I usually do 2 to 3 months. I'll do TRT.
Okay, so TRT would be your basic. What they always talk about is your 200 milligrams. Is that right?
Yeah, like 250.
Okay, 250 milligrams, and then I guess whatever else they stack onto that. But that's basically it for you right now.
Yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, nothing else.
And how much are you weighing right now?
So I was almost 340. I was almost about I was like 338, 340 3 weeks ago.
How long have you been on TRT at this stage off your main cycle?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
So I haven't weighed
would there not be a retaining period where you still have some of the body still retaining that extra size from previous?
Well,
or no?
No, I've just been showing up that way for a while, anywhere between 330 and 340. But yeah, I don't really like to weigh myself when I come off. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of, you know, because I know I'm losing weight, you know, which is not a bad thing. You know, I look a lot leaner for sure. You know, my abs are a lot better. You know, I'm more vascular. If you look at my Instagram stories, I always show me with my shirt off. So I'm in pretty good shape. Not Michael Hearn shape, but who is?
Well,
you know,
I think you're one of those guys that you're a big person. And it's funny when they say to me, they go, wow, how are you bigger than these elite bodybuilders? And I'm like, because I'm a gladiator. I was an athlete. I'm a large human, where like you're a large human. And so when you stand next to the most elite, you're still twice the size of these people. Does that make sense to you, or does that lose you for a second?
Well, let me explain what I think. I get where you're coming from, but like me and you are the same height, you know, 6'3". So, you know, there is like barely any bodybuilders that are that height. It doesn't really exist. You know, most bodybuilders are 5'6" to 5'10". So, you know, me and you are considered on the very taller level of bodybuilders, which makes us appear even larger. Like even you, like when I see you, you know, you look a lot bigger, you know, in real life than you do in photos, because people can't see your height in photos. And I think that's the same thing with me. You know, people don't know that I'm 6'3" as well. So they're just in shock when they see like, wow, you're a really big dude. You know, same with
you're great height, and then you're also just a 300-pound guy. So it's great. And it's cool that you're in that range, or you're still that size where you're on TRT at this level and making sure your numbers. Is there a point where now you go, all right, I need to see my blood work and see where those levels are before I decide to do anything at this stage? What is your protocol? What's your go-to? What are you trying to accomplish at this stage?
I mean, right now, Mike, to be honest with you, you know, as many of you guys know, I used to push the boundaries like crazy. Like, you know, before Corona, I got up to my heaviest of 360 pounds. Right before Corona, that's right before I went to Thailand, and I was so big that like it was uncomfortable, you know. But people freaked out. They loved seeing it. You know, they liked seeing my stories and my pictures, and a lot of them went viral. And that was a good feeling, man. But I didn't like the way I felt. I feel so much more comfortable.
Keep going. Repeat that last sentence there. You feel comfortable now?
Yeah. Can you see me?
Oh yeah, I can see you, man.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see myself. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, like I don't know.
360 is a big human. Even for a 6'3" guy, it's hard to carry that kind of weight, because I know that during that lockdown, I got to go off season again, which I haven't done in easy 10, 15 years, because I was always guest posing or doing shows and stuff. And so it was nice that I got to go off season and feed the body again. I got up to 320, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, 320. Which is wild because when I'm ridiculously thin looking to, I guess what these people say, that's a 265, 270 pound man. So, it is, again, it goes back to our height. Obviously 270 on me doesn't look like a 270 on a 5'6" guy.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. I love the aspect of feeding the body like we did, and pushing that size. I love size. So I have an issue with me loving that big size too. So I love going off season, but you didn't feel healthy. And now you do feel healthy. Does this mean that you won't try a bigger cycle at this stage, or are you just right now just kind of having fun doing what you're doing?
Right now, I'm just kind of having fun doing what I'm doing. Like I haven't really like the last time I had a bulk or a cut was 2 years ago. Like that was a lot. Like I've just been chilling, maintaining. My favorite weight to hang out at around is 330. I feel like I keep the waist small. I feel like I'm lean. I'm more vascular. It just looks a lot prettier than 350, 360, just super bulky.
I hear you. How old are you now?
39.
39. You're still a pup. I got a couple decades on you, son. It's great.
Don't look, and you are in another realm, man. Like there is no Michael Hearns out there, dude. Like I still. How old are you now? 52, 53?
Oh no, I'm on the backside. I'm on the backside of those 50s, kid. So this gives me a great understanding to where you are right now, because I finished up bodybuilding and stuff because I got TV shows in my 20s. So it's been decades since I've competed, but I guest pose still around the world, which is fun for me to get back on stage all the time and do that. But
I saw you pose in Washington, remember? 2009.
Yep. I think I jumped into the audience and hit a shot with you, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. At the very back.
I love that.
You went peak check. I was like, sup?
We're showing a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're feeling healthy. You're closing in on your 40s. Is age doing anything to you in the aspect of you wanting to make sure the numbers are good on your blood work? Because the reason why I'm so interested in blood work now, because I am at that age to where I want to make sure that I can still be around for my son, and make sure that I'm doing good. And for my age, it's common knowledge that we get blood work done and checkups because we're old. But you're still in that 30 to almost 40 range, to where you really, is it something that you think that is necessary for people to do?
Yes. But myself, man, I only do it like once or twice a year. So I'm someone that should probably look into that a little more as well. You know what I mean? I think it's very important to check your health and, make sure everything's on point. But I'm a guy that probably needs to work on that myself,
I think people look at you and just go, man, you're an anomaly. You're just such a specimen of a human, a metahuman, a half alien, half human, such a big size guy. And you keep a great taper. And it's cool to see that you can maintain this just on TRT. Is that something feasible for everybody to keep that size that you have just on TRT?
I want to take a step back with you. I like how you said the taper, because I've always told people, my followers, and Piana was kind of the same way. He kind of said the same thing, but, I'm really big on keeping that waist small. Because to me, that's bodybuilding. Anybody can get up to 350 with a gut, or an HGH stomach. It's just not pretty. I always try to keep it as aesthetic as possible at my weight and size. That's always been my thing. If I ever saw my waist going out of control, I would just chill out, just relax, bring the food down a little bit, add cardio, whatever. But, to me, bodybuilding, it is somewhat of an art, you know what I mean? So I always wanted to keep, that X frame, I think to me, that's a lot freakier than being huge with a belly. So, that's one thing I always gave myself props for, is keeping my waist in check. You will always see my waist in check. Unless I'm bloated. Sometimes, you know how it is, force feeding, you get bloated, But other than that, in general, keeping the stomach as tight as possible.